Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Bath City FM26 save. On the last episode we obviously finished up in 4th. Good run of form so far for us here at Bath. 3 out of 3 in the last 3. Since the 2-0 loss to Farnborough, we went and beat Hornchurch 5-0 away, Tottenham 5-1 at home, and even beat Hemel Hempstead 1-0 away in the last episode. Fixtures are hitting us thick and fast here, playing almost twice a week at the moment. You can see there we played 3 times in 7 days. This is our 4th game in the space of 10, and then our next match after today's episode. In the next episode you'll be seeing my FA Cup tie away at MK Dons. Even if we lose there, should be an alright amount of money, which is what I'm focusing on here. The lineup suggested to me by Horsau, who effectively feels like my assistant manager in this save, it's pretty much my strongest 11. The only difference is here, he suggested I don't play Greenslade. Gibbons must be absolutely shattered because he's playing week in week out as an emergency signing. He's done very well for us, as I keep saying. Rains once again, we're expecting him back in hopefully a month or so. Sweeten's back in the team starting, suggesting we start Bowman as well. Which means dropping Beardsmore off the squad, dropping Russ out the squad, Tilson and Evers stay there with a new role, dropping into centre back. He always seems to be someone whose first name on the team sheet. Sorry, I am debating whether I start Bowman, to be honest. Let's have a look where our opponents in the league today. So I have a look. We're coming up against Tonbridge. They are down in the relegation zone, so I don't mind rotating this squad a little bit for today's game. Trying to keep some of the legs fresh. Ash, he's played a lot recently, so I'm actually going to bring in Fisher, who's, like I've probably said it before, one of my favourite players in real life. Gibbons out on that right wing must be struggling a little bit. Like I said, he came in as an emergency signing. He's played every minute since, I think. Only person who can really replace him would be Matthews, who I'm hoping is on the bench this game. He is, so I expect Matthews to come on for Gibbons quite early on in the second half. But let's see what we can do this game. Sweet and starting. I call him the future of the club. He could be my future captain. That's a great start, and Fish should have definitely scored that. But 20 seconds in, we already have our first opportunity against the team Tonbridge in the relegation zone at the moment of the Enterprise South. Looks like we might have an injury over there. Will I need to make a sub? No, I won't. Whoever was down's got back up. Windsor now with a chance to put the ball in, an easy clearance, but it falls to Batten. Batten resets Gibbons back to his opposite number, and Keta Diawa down the other wing. Parsal now in a more attacking position, probably not used to being there, although he does pop up in real life with a few goals for Bath. And that's an easy tackle. I need a bit more from Diawa this game. Greenslade really good attacking down that wing. I need that from Diawa more regularly. Windsor now plays a bit of a poor ball, but we keep it in possession. Sweeten steps on it, plays it to Fish. Fish to Jenkins Davies. The shot is blocked, so that should be a corner to Bath. And so far these first 4 minutes we look to be dominating, and we join back in Tonbridge finally on the ball. The left back already has a yellow card, so hopefully we can see him get a red and make this easier for us. But Jenkins Davies at the top, just a bit long for Windsor, but it comes up to Diarra. This is what I need, attack there. Greenslade there would have attacked and put the ball in. Diarra tries, easy save there for Adams, but that's our 3rd shot highlight already, and we're barely 7 minutes in the game, so hopefully this will keep us on good form going into our FA Cup tie against MK Dons. But here might be a chance for Tonbridge. No, intercepts it easily. Wiles Richards will pick that up. Wiles Richards won't see the FA Cup game. Plan to use Binns. He is my cup keeper. He needs some experience in the game. Gibbons down that right to Sweeten. Fisher now. Fisher plays it back to Sweeten and plays it to Gibbons. Gibbons to Sweeten now. And we reset with Batten to Parsal. Keta Diarra now attack the space. Attack the space. Oh, he does attack the space. Poor effort at the end, but another highlight with a shot on goal for Bath within 8 minutes of this game. So it feels like total domination so far. Gibbons needs to win that ball, which he does, to Batten. Batten's going to play it long. No one can win it there. Tonbridge now with their own ball over the top. Batten won't be beaten there though, and we can reset with Parsal to Sweeton, to Jenkins Davies, to Fish. Fish needed to do something with that ball. Am I going to regret putting him in the starting lineup this game? Would Ash be doing better than him? I can't judge that yet, 8 minutes in. But the thought is on my mind. That was, like I said, I don't normally get involved in team selection that much, but there are a few players I want to make sure get some game time and are still involved. But Gibbons now attacking that wing. He plays it in. Windsor. And another highlight for Bath City. 9 minutes in, and I think we have 5 highlights. This feels like a game we could lose 1-0 to a rubbish goal because it's FM. There's total domination here. Tonbridge reduced to no shots, nothing on target, no corners, and we are dominating the ball as well, up at about 60% possession. Hit the 15-minute mark here, and Bath still dominating. We're keeping around 60% of the ball, and Tonbridge yet have not had a shot at all, let alone a shot on target. Clearance by their keeper. We win the ball now. Fisher holds it up. Plays it back to Sweeton, who will play that to Fish. Fish plays like Gibbons to Sweeton. Sweeton to Gibbons. Gibbons now, can he beat his man? He does beat his man. He does swing that ball in. Windsor, and it's another save by Adams. A lot of shots for Bath. Nothing that dangerous. Everything almost straight at the keeper. It's a big clearance there by Adams. It just falls back to Bath. You do not want to keep giving the ball back to an opponent who has been absolutely dominating you all game. Batten picks up the ball to Gibbons. Sweeton again, controlling the ball, helping control play there. He now takes a run down the wing. Sweeton now picks up Keta Diarra on the edge. Another shot over the bar. This is a really, really good first half display here from Bath. Total domination so far. Can they win the ball back there? Gibbons does, but he plays it straight back. And they play their own ball over the top. They've actually won it, and they've actually had a shot. I mean, you'd barely call that a shot. It didn't really do much, but it goes down on the stats as a shot. But is that an opening now for Tonbridge to start getting back into the game? We will see shortly. A great ball to Windsor. Windsor to Diarra. Diarra, do something. No, to Windsor. To Diarra. To Windsor. We're playing around with them. That should be a corner. It's a match that I think the substitution of Greenslade coming on could be really good, because Keta Diarra, he needs to improve, especially in the attacking sense. He doesn't seem to want to drive to that byline and get these balls in or take shots like Greenslade does. He slows the play down a bit. He likes to play it off, but Windsor now with the ball straight at the keeper again. And this is absolute annihilation today. What a confidence builder this could be going into the FA Cup tie. Tonbridge still struggling to get into this game. And that's a ball straight out to Keto. I just feel like if Greenslade got that ball, he would drive with it. But part of the reason I agreed with resting Greenslade is we will want him against MK Dons. And it's a good play again. Sweet, and what a ball. Jenkins square it. He doesn't square it, holds it up. And it's another easy save. We're coming up to the last 10 minutes of this half. Tonbridge win the ball up high. Wagstaff on the ball. Plays it out to Smith. What's Smith going to do? Play it to Wagstaff. Plays it inside. Oh, they've hit the woodwork. They've hit the woodwork. We're saved. But it's out to Gibbons now. Gibbons to Fish. Fish to Sweeton. Sweeton does well with that ball. And that's the end of that. Bath in total domination, but they almost went 1-0 down there. Saved by the woodwork. In the last 5 minutes, Jenkins Davies, a bit of a set-piece specialist over the ball here. Will he make this 1-0 from the set-piece? He steps up. Takes a moment to think about his options. I'm expecting a shot on target. Jenkins Davies now. Here he goes. And he's hit the wall. All that to hit the wall. But we keep the pressure on with a set-piece. Absolute annihilation so far, but we need to put the ball in the back of the net. I think at half-time Windsor's going to have to come off. He's looking very tired already. And we're definitely going to want him against MK Dons. A good ball in again. Wagstaff could nod that in. But it falls straight to Wiles Richards with a good save. We're coming up to the last few minutes of the first half. I expect a couple minutes of extra time as well. Just the 1 minute. And we go into the half-time. I'm expecting it to be half-time. 0-0. And it is. We go into the half. 0-0. Bath absolutely dominant. But we've not been able to do anything with that dominance so far. Let's have a look at our tactics now. Windsor's going to come off for Ash. And I think that will be it. Tomlinson might come on for Batten at some point. And Alves might have to come on at wing back. But let's start this second half and hopefully keep up the same with the first half. We just need to finish our chances. Tonbridge happy to get some of the ball to start the second half, but they gave it away easy. Kessa Diarra, he just needs to run. He just needs to run. And it's another save. The Tonbridge keeper's been busy today. A lot of easy saves, but the key word there was a lot of them. He has been forced into a lot of situations, and luckily the ball's ended up straight at him. But that's no mistake there from Jenkins Davies. I've been saying I need to get the most out of him, and thankfully from that set piece, but it has been disallowed. He was offside. We're coming up to the 50th minute. Wiles Richards cleans up quite easily. That is a worry for him in the game and in real life. He is barely 6 foot, I think, but he is a good shot stopper. Fish picks up the ball, tries to play it over to Ash easily, but Ash intercepts that. He needs to score this now, bury it, and he does. Brad Ash, very good play there, and a very good goal again. Bath, Ash just off the bench. Is that another stroke of genius? Tonbridge try and mess with it at the back, but Ash does a little fake. He almost pretends he's going to drop off, and just as they make that pass, he steps in, slides it past Adams, who's had a brilliant game. Finally, Bath have something for their dominance. 10 shots on target with just the 1 goal. And maybe Ash was that difference maker. But Tonbridge now pick up the ball in the middle of the pitch. There's a ball over the top on, but he didn't pick it. Bath momentarily had a 3-on-2, but Tonbridge got back well. They play it back, but there's that ball. Gibbons now, what's he going to do with it? Plays it back to Sweeten. Sweeten into Tilson. Play one more there. Bowman. Bowman shoots. It's the word work, and it's out for a goal kick. And we continue the highlight here with Adams' goal kick. Adams dinks it out to the left back. To Shields, to Higgs, to Shields. Plays it inside there to Leahy. We play it out wide to Shields again. He plays it back. Good to see Tonbridge is still having to play with the ball despite the mistake for the goal. And they're doing good possession. Good ball over the top here, but Wiles Richards quickly out, and he's good at coming out quickly, Wiles Richards, and claiming the ball. And Bath reset there, and it goes out to Batten. He's going to look at Gibbons. Gibbons now assessing his options to Sweeten. A quick pass to Fish, back out to Gibbons. Into Sweeten again. Up to Jenkins Davies. He plays the ball to Fish. Fish, can you square it? He holds up well. He gets past his players. Plays it back. Oh, what a save again. Adams has been somewhat of a hero this game. That was a hell of a save. Bath now, they're not going to be happy with it still only being 1-0 up with the chances they've had. Parsell out to Batten. Batten looks back to Parsell. Parsell, where's he going to go here? Into Bauman. First time pass to Sweeten. First to Jenkins Davies. Quick touch out wide to Gibbons. Gibbons over the top to Fish. And it's offside there. The Bath team are looking tired, and with such a big game coming up, they're going to want fresh legs. It may be time to start looking at some subs. Tilson wins out of the back. Ash plays it to Sweeten. Sweeten now, you've got a chance to Gibbons. Gibbons now, get that ball in the box. He doesn't. He plays it back to Sweeten now. Back to Gibbons. Back to Sweeten. Sweeten now with the shot. Just over the top. Bath continuing on from the first half dominance. Tomlinson's going to come on now for Batten. Ross is going to come on for Tilson. I think even Matthews comes on for Gibbons. It leaves us with the one sub. That's all we need left just in case. Jenkins Davies on the dead ball. Poor cross really there, but Ash should pick that up. Back and reset it, pass out, we can play that back out to Ash. Ash needed to look to beat his man then, but he didn't. But it's okay, it's easily played back to them. Jenkins Davies now to Fish. Fish is going to shoot from there. And it's another shot just wide there from Bath. Bath now have had 21 shots, 11 of those on target, and only one goal to show for it still. We really need a clinical striker. Sweeten, who I've bigged up since I started making these videos, gives the ball away, but Tomlinson wins it back well. Jenkins Davies to Fish. Fish to Davies. Davies, who can he pick out? Matthews, who's just came on to Fish. Straight back up to Matthews, into Fish again. Fish, and it's another save by Adams. Goalkeeping heroics by Adams in the Tonbridge net to keep Tonbridge within reach and distance of Bath. But we join back in, it's Bauman now, to Parcell, to Tomlinson. He looks wide to Matthews, who just came on to Sweeten. Back to Tomlinson, out wide to Parcell. Keta Diawa now. Ash. Diawa. Drive with the ball. Drive, I say. He's got to be offside there, Leahy. And he is offside. But Keta Diawa just not doing enough at that left back position at the moment. I need more from him. Fish wins that well in the park. And it's out to him again. He takes a shot. It's deflected. And that's a corner. Tonbridge defending really well, but Bath just not taking their chances. Another set piece for Jenkins Davies to cross in. It's easily cleared again. Bauman takes a shot. Another chance wasted by Bath here, and I feel like this may be one we live to regret. Adams with the long ball. That's the end of that highlight. Bath with 2.22 XG and one goal to show for it. 20 plus shots, one goal to show for it. 10 plus shots on target, one goal to show for it. We need more. Ash clears out to absolutely no one, and Tonbridge need to reset here. In a game like this, if you keep yourself in it long enough, you're going to get a chance. And Wiles Rich has not done a lot today, but that is a very important save for Bath. Tonbridge not doing too bad themselves. Jenkins Davies now. What can he do from this set piece? He's not had the greatest set pieces today. He whips that in. Easily defended by Tonbridge. Ash from distance now. And in the 80th minute, I'm going to look to use my last sub. And it's actually going to be Alves I'm bringing on for Fisher. We're approaching the last 5 minutes. Another set piece situation for Jenkins Davies to do something with. Can he today, with all the set pieces he's got, do something? Oh, it's like Beckham against Greece. You give Jenkins Davies that many opportunities and it will count. And it's my young hero, the future captain of this club, Louis Sweeten, with the goal. Jenkins Davies with the delivery that went over everyone, and Sweeten peeled off at the back and slots it past Adams. Will that be enough for Bath to see it out? You can see Tonbridge have had good chances themselves. 0.89 XG. They've had almost 10 shots on target. Smith's now going to pick up the ball from distance. Penny back to Smith. They're going to reset. Over the top ball. And they want to flick on, but luckily over the bar. Bath City putting in a very dominant performance again. But they almost let it all slip against Tonbridge. But thanks to this second goal, and we expect Bath City to see this out now, with 2 minutes left to play. Keta Diawa, who I've been begging to attack the width all game, finally does it. Swings it in. And why hasn't he been doing that all game? But Tonbridge now, seeing Keta Diawa's far forward, they've attacked his side of the goal, and that's another shot that's gone over the bar. This has been a game of many chances for both sides. But Bath win it 2-0. And we will finish that game, as I said, 2-0 winners. We're going to check back up in the league, and we are now up to second. Still 7 points behind Dagenham and Redbridge, who just beat Torquay 1-0, which helps us on our process to go towards the top. 7 points off top still, but there's only 7 points between us and Horsham in 12th. And we'll quickly do this press conference, and I will end the episode there. Big episode in our a big episode coming up with our FA Cup game against MK Dons. So I look forward to seeing you all for that match in the next episode. Thank you and bye bye.